Fuck me. You're listening to Fucks Given, a guide to kissing. Hi, Reed. Oh. Do it again. Oh, I don't know what that... Okay, hi, Reed. Hi,
Florence. Reed, yeah. Hello. Looking at your juicy kissing lips over there. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that brings me back to that guy that said I had thin lips when I kissed.
Like the actual trauma, for fuck's sake. Sometimes people are idiots and they just say shit and they don't realise like how much it can affect somebody.
He was like, but I love kissing your thin lips.
Oh yeah, I tried to crawl it back. Too late, motherfucker.
Dig your hole. Dig it.
Lay in it. Fuck. Do you like kissing, Florence? I don't even need to ask this question.
Kissing's #1 fan. I have always loved kissing. I love a good make-out session. Mm-hmm. I could replace sex with kissing.
Yeah, I think you said that to me.
That's how much.
In the last week where you were like, I think I could just kiss all day, all night. Mm-hmm. I almost want to put it to the test because I know how much you need cock at the moment. Okay. Maybe instead, don't book in a cock sesh, book in a kissing sesh, and tell me afterwards if you still need a dick in. You're like, but why would I waste the opportunity for cock when?
It's more like kissing all night would be okay if I was in a relationship and getting regular sex anyway.
Okay, all right, yeah. Context.
But not in replacement.
My exciting bit of news is on Sunday I went for a date with a girl who messaged me on FetLife, who also has the same fetish as me. Woo! Yay! And yes, the T word. And so we'd been meaning to meet up for a while, and I was very attracted to her. And so meeting up, it's so different meeting up with a girl than it is with a boy. Like I know how to read men, I know how to get what I want, I know how to flirt, but with a girl it's all out of the motherfucking window, and it's literally like being a teenager again. You just have no idea what you're doing. It's all practice, isn't it? It's just all practice.
How was it then?
I mean, it was pretty amazing. We got on really well. We chatted loads. I was quite apprehensive beforehand because this is quite a big deal for me. Meeting somebody that I'm really attracted to, that shares the same fetish, that like brain is wired in the exact same way. I was like, oh my God, just nervous, apprehensive. What if it goes wrong? What if we don't like each other? What if we have expectations? And it couldn't have gone better. It was almost just like going on a date with a friend, and it was just really easy. But there was still like that sort of like giggly, kind of like non-relaxed, like don't know what I'm doing. And I was very honest with her. I was like, I don't know how to flirt with you. Like I don't know how. It's so much harder with women, and thankfully she felt exactly the same way. Seeing as we'd only ever had boyfriends in the past, and we just talked about everything, but then also talked about our fetish, which was like really liberating because having somebody to talk to about something like that like understands where your brain's at and also shares the same like shame and embarrassment and fears and but then also the same life experiences and like where it came from and why we have it, and we were both very interested on how like the psychology behind it works and why we think the way we do, and also the minor differences we had with where our fetish like begins and ends, like what our limits were, because it's all like subcategories with what turns you on. So for example, with tickling, some people really are like, have a foot fetish and are really into feet because of tickling, or they're really into mummification and being wrapped up in a specific way because of this and that. And there were loads of differences that we had that we were also excited about. And like what tools they like to be tickled with, how you like to be tickled. Is it like and she's just on the same page as me, which
Yeah.
is the ultimate of fantasy, which is
Oh,
like,
nice.
again, ethical issues of like non-consensual bondage, extreme kidnapping, all that kind of stuff. And I was just like, oh, it just feels so nice to just chat to somebody about this.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, like, I know I'm not alone, but all my years I've told myself I believed that I was alone. And it ended up escalating, and she came back to mine, and yeah, we had like a bondage session. We had like a little cute, like, I took the lead on this role. I feel like maybe because I was older and I have a bit more confidence. Yeah, I was sort of more forward with the things, which was interesting because I'm, again, actually no, that's bullshit, because I am normally really forward with dudes as well, but in a submissive way.
Yeah.
But like so like in trying to be a cool way. It was so interesting. When I'm with a guy, I try really hard to be cool. When I was with her, I just was myself.
That's so interesting. That's so nice.
You know, it's like it was so different.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just being like, yeah, so like, is it alright if I like fuck you and never talk to you again? Are you okay with that? Which is what I used to say on my dates, which is the truth, because I was really into one night stands. Obviously I wouldn't put it that way.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I did, trying to like play this like independent badass boss bitch girl. Yeah. Like, I don't need no man. But now, you know, I'm with a woman. I'm more careful and conscious and you know, very aware of emotions. That might just be also because of age as well. I think I would be different now with men. I would be less like, I'm gonna fuck you and leave you.
You're
more
also
like,
seeing her as you as well, so you know
that's so true.
What
wow.
you like.
Mind blown.
Well, I had sex yesterday, which was great.
Hey,
also, it kind of
I just had sex.
Look at that after sex glow on up on here. I actually felt that, like, afterwards, like after he left, I sat on my balcony with my CBD vape, just like looking into the distance, like, oh, yeah.
Such a bougie bitch. Like the CBD vape. It's like the modern cigarette after you fuck. People are like, give me a fucking cigarette, and you're just there like,
yeah. I even put like a little video on Instagram with like angel halo emoji, because no one knew what I was just up to.
Fair enough. Yes. You're in heaven. Is that what we're saying?
Oh, it was pretty heavenly, yeah. And also, like, kind of relevant to this episode, because he is... Oh my God, there's a little fly that keeps landing on my face. Like, what the fuck?
Annoying. Tell it to fuck off. We're doing a podcast. Oh my God, they're everywhere.
So yeah, kind of relevant to this episode, because he is such a good kisser. And it's hard to find someone that kisses exactly the way that you like to kiss.
Yes, and especially because sometimes you don't know until it happens either, the way that you want to be kissed.
Yes. But we basically had some like really nice, slow and sensual. It felt like, you know, those sessions that feel like quite a long session, but you actually have no idea how long you were actually fucking for. It could have been like 15 minutes. It could have been 45. I have absolutely no idea. But what's really lovely about this whole thing is that we just have this like, we have all these like clear boundaries when it comes to like what we want from each other. So it's very much like we schedule in something and we know we have like a specific amount of time. So we have like 2 to 3 hours. He knows that I really like aftercare of like, you know, just chilling a little bit afterwards. And what I learnt yesterday is that he really likes having the before like chats and like almost like foreplay,
nice.
But like before care. So it's like not jumping straight into sex, but like, you know, sitting down and having a little chat and like, yeah, just like reconnecting with each other before, yeah, jumping into the bedroom, which was a really nice thing to learn.
I love that communication. That's so important.
Yeah.
So smart.
So we're like, it just feels really good because I give that to him beforehand. We have really lovely sex, and then he gives me my aftercare afterwards, and it's It's really like, you know, it's funny we were talking about sweat because he has that like smell, like sex smell that I really, really love. So it's like, I don't feel like I need to wash after having sex with him because it feels just like kind of a natural body odor to me. Whereas I don't know, if someone walked in, they might be like,
the perfume of his sex.
What the fuck happened in here?
Have
we actually spoken about what you do with your tongue though? I feel like no.
It's so hard to explain. Like, how would you explain what to do with your tongue apart from like put it slightly in their mouth and move it around against their tongue?
Yeah, but there's like loads of different ways you can do it because you can like circle around each other's tongue, or you can kind of just like, I really love like the circling around, but then also one of my favorite tongue moves during kissing is when you both lick the flat of like and the roof of your tongue. So it's just like you both have like your so
I cannot.
It's like not like wrapping around the side. You're both like front on, just being like meeting your tongues in the middle and like licking up. Oh god, it's so hot.
Okay, that's not too bad. I really thought you meant like licking the roof of your
mouth. The tongue, like the top of your tongue. So you're meeting the top of each other's tongue.
What top? Like
yeah,
here or there? Tip.
No, like the flatness of your tongue.
So the other person's tongue's on top of your tongue.
So you literally say you were going to lick an ice lolly, like that. You just both do that at the same time, and your tongues like meet the flat surface of each other at the same time.
I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah, if that works for you.
Oh god, it's so good. Yeah, it's like a really nice little moment.
Help! Kissing has become an only before sex thing with me and my long-term partner.
That was me and my ex. That was me and my ex.
Shit.
That was exactly the same thing. And I think when it comes to that, it needs to just be a conversation. Like, hey, like I really miss it when we just made out randomly on the sofa when we're watching TV. Like, and it has nothing to do with sex, because it can be, for me, it's like it's a love language. And I think if it is a love language for you, then you need to just express that and be like, I really enjoy having intimate moments with you outside of sex. That's what I would say.
Or, you know, you can always put it like, I love asking this question in this way, which is like, how would you feel about if? So, you know, like, how would you feel about if we tried to kiss more?
Yeah.
Is that something that you're down for? And seeing their reaction, and if their reaction, you know, positive, negative, whatever it is, you can be like, I think this is something I really need to feel, you know, to feel happier, to feel closer to you, to feel like this is working. Can we both make an effort to do that?
Yeah.
And if if they don't, then you need to ask yourself if it's working, if you're getting what you need from the relationship.
I definitely didn't end up getting what I wanted. I think I probably brought it up in conversation a fair few times throughout that relationship, and it never changed. And I think it was because, you know, he didn't like kissing as much as I liked kissing, and that's just how it was. And then when I got into my next relationship and it was like all about making out and all of that intimacy, that's when I was just like, oh my god, this is what I was missing. And it meant,
like, why am I starving myself?
Literally. So don't starve yourself of kissing, because it's so important if you want.
Yes. And also, and you know, if your partner does enjoy kissing and you don't as much, there are ways that you can make it work, and also explaining why you have an issue with it, and explaining that it's not them, that it's something else around that. It's like, I don't know, hygiene, oversensitivity. Is it like, can we do kissing where we're not doing face to face, but can you like kiss my arm or my wrist or my thighs for me instead, and do a whole makeout session there? It's just about talking to your partners.
It always is. Communication.
Communication is key. Context is key.
Well, hello there, YouTubers. Hi.
Hey, curious fuckers watching us on YouTube. Just to give you a word of caution, this episode has been edited for YouTube safety purposes. It's basically like the safe for work version.
Lame. So if you want the explicit stuff, you better go back to your podcast apps, Apple, Spotify, and go listen to us there for the full episode.
Yes, you won't be disappointed. And then just come back here to watch us. Woo! Oh, wait, that's too much. Gonna have to blur that out for YouTube. Shit.